Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Beauty by J'adore. So today's look is inspired by the new Makeup Revolution Tammi X Tropical Desert palette. It is some beautiful, sorry about that guys, some beautiful colors. And yeah, I have fun with them. I also purchased her bronzer and blush palettes. There's two different ones. And also the lip kit. So yeah guys, I decided to create this look. Here it's about 9 o'clock, but I was like, better late than never. So guys, without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. And do me a favor guys, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Catch you on my next tutorial. So first off, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the color Glass Slipper just to prime my lips. I did do my eyebrows off camera using the Colourpop Precisely Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. For concealer, I use my BECCA Cosmetics Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer in the shade Almond, and I did use a IT brush for Ulta in the style number 105. I'm just using that brush to blend out that concealer. I'm going to prime my eyelids using the Louise Base in the shade number 5. I'm going to blend that Louise Base out using that same IT brush number 105. I'm just continuing blending that out so I can have a even canvas to start with. For palettes, I'm going to be going in using the Tropical Twilight palette by Tammi X for Makeup Revolution. And the first shade I'll be going into is this purple color, and it's called Twilight. And I'm just going to use that as my transition color. The brush that I'll be using to add this color is by Morphe, and it is their Live in Color Pride brush. The next color that I'll be using from the palette is this yellow mustard color, and it's called Dusk. And I'll just be adding that right on top of that Twilight color. I just want to blend out those edges. As you can see, I'm consistently adding those two shades. I just want the colors to stand out. Just going back into that Louise Base number 5, I'm going to create a cut crease. And I'm just adding that base using a NYX concealer flat brush. The next shade from the palette that I'm going to be using is called Coconuts, and I'm going to just add that color on the outer corner of my eye. Time for the lid shade from the palette. I'm going to go on using Firefly. It is a iridescent glitter color, and I'm just going to apply this to the lid. So before adding the glitter, I'm going to spray my brush with the Anastasia Dewy Spray. The brush that I'll be using to add this shade to my lid is by Wet n Wild, and it is the Bretman Rock Flat Concealer Brush. As you guys could see, the brush did not work, so I just went back into that Firefly shade and used my finger. With this look, I decided to do a wing, and I'm going in using the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner in black. As you guys can see, I did do the other eye off camera, so time for primer. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Mini Instant Retouch Primer, and I'm just going to add this all over my face. For foundation, I'm going to go in using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 480C. The brush that I'll be using to apply this foundation is my handy dandy Amazon brush. I will have the link listed in the description bar. As you can see, this foundation really matches me. I love it. It leaves me really dewy, and I like that in a foundation. And I'm just blending everything out. I just want a seamless foundation. For concealer, I'm going to go in using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Caramel, and I'm going to use this just to highlight. I'm just going to let that concealer sit for about a minute before I blend it out. To set that concealer, I'm going to go in using the Sacha Buttercup Banana Powder. But first, I'm going to use my Amazon brush, the flat side, just to blend out that concealer before setting it. To contour, I'm going to go and using my Fenty Beauty Coco Naughty Bronzer. The brush that I'll be using to add that bronzer is by It's My Ray Ray. It's from her brush collection she did with BH Cosmetics. I'm just gonna go in using my handy dandy mini Tati Beauty Blendable sponge to blend everything seamlessly. The brush that I'll be using to contour my nose is from the Sephora collection. It's a Pro Shadow brush and it is in the number 15. I'm going to go in using CoverGirl True Blend concealer in the shade Cappuccino. I'm just going to add this to my forehead before I use my bronzer. Now I'm just adding that Fenty Beauty Coco Naughty bronzer to my forehead. I just like how it looks once I use the concealer. Going back into that Tammi X palette by Makeup Revolution, I'm going into that shade Twilight, and I'm just going to add that to my lower lash. Now I'm just going to spray the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Spray all over my face. And I'm going to use my handy dandy little mini travel and go Tati Beauty Blendable Sponge to blend everything out. I did purchase both of the Tammi X face palettes. But for today's look, I'm going to go in using the Paradise Glow Medium Deep Face Palette. And the first shade that I'll be going in is called Bronze Goddess. And I'll be using this shade just to darken up my bronze. The next shade from that Tammi X Glow palette I'll be going in is called Tropical Queen, and this is her blush. Time for mascara. I'm going to go in using the Tarte Big Ego mascara in the shade Black. Now it's time for lips. I'm gonna go and use my Makeup Revolution Tammi X lip set. I did purchase the whole collection and I am so happy with it. to finish this look off, I'm going to go in using my Lustful Lashes in the style Flip. I'm telling y'all, sometimes I have the worst luck adding my lashes. They fall off, then I have to re-adhesive them, then I have to re-add them. Sometimes I just have the worst time applying my lashes. There you have it, guys, the finished look. I used all of the Makeup Revolution Tammi X collection, and this look by far is one of my faves. It came out so gorgeous.